of Lizzie that I certainly don't have, and I think it's what makes you so tremendously special, is you have the God-given amazing ability to be able to grow and develop a human life within you. And so what's within you is a human life, and it's distinct from you. And all biological science demonstrates that that human life begins at the moment of conception. So in other words, Lizzie, you and I both were the people that we are in terms of all of the genetic information and who you are today at that moment of conception. And that's an indisputable fact of science. It can't be disputed in Planned Parenthood and abortionists and those who are on the very top of this discussion. From your perspective, all acknowledge that yes, it's fully human at the moment of conception. There's no question about that. So what's in you is not merely a thing, it's a human being.
All right.
What's wrong? Can you explain to me what's wrong with rape? Is it a violation of another person's body?
Body, mind, soul,
Okay.
everything.
So is it taking liberties with somebody's body that it ought not to take?
You are retarded. It's not just the body. It's the soul. It's the privacy. It is the identity. You are to
Thank you. And so thank you for that excellent pro-life argument against murdering children.
It's not.
You are advocating for the murder of children, the destruction of human life, all the while hanging on to an inconsistency calling rape wrong. I say go all the way. If you're going to advocate for the murder of helpless babies, then also advocate for the safety of rapists.
Earlier was there's like a level of biological dependence during the 9 months from which the egg and sperm cell develop. So at that point, that organism, the zygote, is not living independently. So that's when we're talking about, like, I think all of us would disagree that it isn't a fully fledged human with a belief system and with a morality.
So you disagree with all biological science then?
But the consciousness, like...
So what if someone's in a coma? Can I stab them while they're in the coma?
That would be up to the family to determine...
Can I stab them in the coma? You've been asked this about 10 times and you can't respond to it.
Who is reaching inside and stabbing a baby?
Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
You want to see a video of it? That's actually how it's done. It's done by crushing the skull, pulling the legs off, pulling the arms off.
Zygotes, they aren't.
Why are you using that terminology? When the sperm and the egg meet, it's not sperm and egg for 9 months as you tried to suggest. When the sperm and the egg meets, it's a unique human being from the moment of conception.
It's actually so much worse than that scenario, because it's like, if you almost know for sure that the man in the coma is going to wake up in 9 months, and you can give the man to somebody else to be taken care of while he learns stuff. It's like that. That's the more equal equivalent. So do you think it's okay to stab a man because he needs you for 9 months? Like, no. No. You don't get to murder somebody. You just don't get to murder people because of a temporary location. And on top of it all, this person has never done anything wrong. All they ever did was exist.
I can respect the absolutist position. I really can. I scold the left on when they say, oh, you know what? They just hate women. People who aren't pro-life, the pro-choice, they don't hate women. They just made that up. They think it's murder. And it kind of is. I'm just okay with that. I am. I mean, there's 8 billion people in the world. I'm sorry, we won't miss you. That's my position on it. What?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that not your position if you're pro-choice?
Isn't that mainly because you don't like children? I mean...
No. I mean, but if you said you're pro-choice, that's your position too.